Now that we're done with the lower guards, we can move on to our 2 guard all the way open and create our 4th guideline. We're also going to use the comb to feed the hair into the clipper. Remember, we're going to use the lever to soften up this line and get it ready for the 1.5 guard. Now that we're done softening up the line, we can move on to the 1.5 guard and erase the line completely. Before we move on to our clipper over comb method, we're going to debulk a little bit more with our 3 guard all the way open. Now that we're done debulking with our 3 guard, we can move on to our clipper over comb method and make the fade as smooth as possible. And we're also going to leave as much weight as possible without making it look rigid. Now that we're done detailing the fade, we can move on to our Babyliss Gold FX and line up our C-cup. I always start off at the bottom and work my way to the top arch using the corners. Make sure to be gentle, especially with the corners of the teeth of the trimmer. Moving on to the back, we're starting off with our no guard all the way open and we're creating our 2nd guideline. We are right underneath the occipital bone, so you want to make sure you be careful. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to our 1 guard all the way open and create our 3rd guideline. Now we're right on top of the occipital bone, so you want to make sure you detail as much as possible here. Remember, we're using this same guard and the lever to soften up the line and get it ready for the 1/2 guard. Now that we're done with our lower guards, we can move on to our 2 guard all the way open and create our 4th guideline. This guard is going to help us get ready for our 1.5 guard. Make sure to use your lever and the 1.5 guard to detail as much as possible, especially when you're near the occipital bone. Always make sure to dunce off your canvas. It's more comfortable for the client and also you get a better visual. Now we're using our clipper oval comb method, and this is going to help us blend in the bulk in. It's always best to learn clipper oval comb, especially when you have a lot of haircuts that leave weight on the sides. Make sure to use your horizontal cuts to debulk and your vertical cuts to blend. Now we're heading back to the back and we're going to detail as much as possible with the 1 guard all the way open. Now we're moving on to the top and we're saturating the hair as much as possible so we can get the true length of the true hair follicle. I'm going to start off with my first guideline at the top of the capitis, and then I'm connected to the sides. Right here I'm showing him a length of what he wants to get cut off, and then he confirmed it. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, leave a comment down below of my subscriber count if you made it this far into the video. Don't forget to connect the top to the sides. That's very important. You don't want anything leaking. Now that we're done with our shield work, we can move on to our Turkish Razor and Derby Premium blades and make them as crispy as possible. Before we use our razor, we're going to apply some elegant shave gel so our razor can glide better. When you're using the razor, you want to make sure you stretch the skin as much as possible with your opposite hand to keep the razor at a 45-degree angle. This lowers the likelihood of you cutting someone.